We're about, gosh, I don't know, 2/3 of the way through our preseason camp, and sometimes you need a little burst of adrenaline, and when you get to Ohio Stadium, it gives you a natural burst, and when you get some folks out here, it's a natural burst, and just keep working on the fundamentals. Nothing different than what we've been working on, but sometimes it's nice just to feel the energy. I don't know about any conclusions as to depth chart and so forth, but I think when you get to sit down so close to the field, you see how big and strong and fast and the types of athletes that we have out here, and I think it gives you a greater appreciation to what our guys are all about. The autograph world has become a difficult one. Unfortunately, some of the few who come and abuse the situation. Coach Bruce used to always tell us that abuse brings control, and some people come and all of a sudden it becomes an eBay thing, and it's the people who are here just with their youngster that would love to have a James Laurinaitis signature kind of get nudged out of the way by the folks that are trying to use James's signature for their own gain. And so and it's just, unfortunately, when you have an autograph session, 90% of the people aren't happy because they can't get to James Laurinaitis unless we have it a 24-hour autograph session. So just like anything else, when things get a little bit abused and out of control, you have to control them. You really do. Todd Beckman has great command of what we're trying to do. It's fun to watch him in practice. He has a thorough understanding of what we're doing. He can sit there and talk with Joe Bauserman and Terrell Pryor about this and that, and it is great to have that type of comfort zone at your quarterback position. You always love going into a season with a veteran quarterback. We've been, over the last couple of years, kind of an up-tempo team with not bringing our receivers to the huddle and doing what we call a little sugar huddle with the linemen and so forth. And so we've practiced a lot with the 40-second clock and really only running it for 35 seconds. And it hasn't really changed too much, of what we've done. I think the difference will be when you get into a game situation and the ball goes out of bounds, where you're used to all of a sudden 25 seconds, being saved by you being out of bounds. As soon as the ball gets spotted, the clock gets going. So I think we're going to see a few less plays. Someone asked earlier today if you had to pick one guy that's jumped up and really caught your attention in this camp, who would it be? And the guy I would say would be Dane Sanzenbacher. I mean, Dane is really, from a functional standpoint, technique-wise, studied the game. I mean, he's no longer a guy trying to learn the plays. He's trying to learn, how to beat you. And he's jumped up, and really the overall learning has been pleasing to us. As far as anything that hasn't been something we'd want, probably the only thing is, we've had some guys miss some time with a hamstring here or there, a couple of young guys that we wish we could find out a little bit more about before you make decisions on, do you put them in a game, do you redshirt them, do you not, those kinds of things. And the other thing is, we haven't had quite as much 90 to 95 degree heat as we might get here on the 30th of August. I think that's real. We had supposedly closed scrimmage on Saturday, and some of our people brought in, little blog sites of, well, we saw this and we saw that and we saw this, and supposedly got those from, whomever, and so I guess you're just, trying to lower the percent of that, going on. But our coaches who work hard on what we're trying to prepare, I think would rather not have, their thoughts and ideas and game plans out there kicked around until they get to showcase them. Well, Mike Adams is a guy that's getting back in more and more of the action. There's no such thing as going easy up front. I mean, you're either going or you're not going. He's going now, which is a good thing. The doctors are conservative about those surgeries and so forth, so Mike will be going. Robisky is doing more and more all the time. We haven't banged him. Who was the other one? Sane has been doing more and more. I don't know that we've had him go full speed, but hopefully all those guys are by the end of this week, we'll be ready to get in game condition.
Is Saints a hamstring, or not even?
I can't even say, but it's one that you have to be careful. When it starts feeling better,
Jimmy,
that gives you a little hint. We've been a team that's had most everything in our playbook. We've decided, what we're best at, and I think we're stretching it as far as practice time will allow us to. There's nothing I don't think we, can't do. Just a matter of, you got to get good at it. We did that a little bit the day the freshmen were at their academic day, where it was just the upperclassmen and we weren't on the field and we were allowed to have meetings, and so we did it a little bit that day. And we haven't done it since, but we will do it once we get through the first half of this week. Well, Mike Brewster's playing center. Mike Brewster, by the way, here's a scoop for you. He got his hair cut. I didn't know
Involuntarily?
I didn't know until like 15 minutes ago.
Involuntarily?
He said it. He just thought it'd be a good idea.